Quarterfinal in store for us. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard. On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. McManus sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half. Touchdown! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
And get to win-win.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
Going to the ground again on first. Up to the races, middle of the field. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 3-possession game. Saquon Barkley the touchdown.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
San Francisco Giants. A foghorn followed the 49ers down to Santa Clara and Levon Stadium, where it continues to blare and let the Bay know it is time for some football. Today, we see who's better in the NFC. It's the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Purdy on the play action. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead right that finishes their opening possession of this game, partner, and gets them on the scoreboard with 6.
And I think keeps all of us here in this building, in this booth, hoping they get the ball back soon, right? Not that we're rooting for anybody, but we root for the big play, for the home run, and they just hit one.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Get him the ball.
Motioning him from the slot right. 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And that's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders start off well to tie things 7-7. Comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Moody knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays.
Moody for the 49ers field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Moody knocks it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to...
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders put 6 on their side of the board. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown.
Just a tremendous effort. And really, this is a play where you can look at the facial expressions of the two sides and know exactly what happened. Offensively, you are smiling from ear to ear that your quarterback's a difference maker. Defensively, just demoralized that you couldn't find a way to stop that scramble.
Gay with the point after. And the Commanders take the lead on that successful kick.
Commanders 14, 49ers 13.
Moody for the 49ers field goal. Miss a 48-yard look for him. Moody knocks it through, and they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it. Out throwing that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Throw on 3rd down. They'll make a big for it on the ground. Shoots, and they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
2nd and inches. To the air again. Purdy. It's on the in route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara. to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Headed out. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Reichert connects there. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Jones once more. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. Vikings going 10-10 here in the first. Now. Stick it in the air. Here's Mayfield. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start to fight back with their first points of this game. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, yeah, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game.
Buccaneers 7.
Throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They motion a receiver left. First down, here's Baker. That's a catch, Jalen McMillan. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead.
14, Vikings 10.
That throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Now a carry by Irving. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Buccaneers now lead by 10. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. Gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
That one splits the uprights, and the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. Will Reichert headed out. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Cracking for it, and it's good. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. Now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions.
And your two-time defending NFC North champions,
after the field goal. It's a 39-yarder from the left hash. Koo able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
All in all, Kate, we call that a good start.
Selfs up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
That one right down the middle. And the Lions one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Koo able to put it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done. They got that ball out in a hurry.
Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they boxed on that play fake. Even a camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions lead by 15 now. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second down. Now gone. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping the tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.